You're listening to the Platte River Bard.
Hello, and welcome to the Platte River Bard. This is Chris Berger.
And I'm Sherry Berger.
And we are here today with our friend Julian Adair.
Yay.
We are at the Adair Dance Academy. Where is that, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's the Camelot
Community Center.
Community Center. Thank you. I wanted to say recreation. Camelot Community Center. And it is the Adair Dance Academy.
And other locations around the city.
I'm going to say she's got other satellite locations around the city, but her main deal is right here at the Camelot Community Center, and she is the artistic director for Ever After Productions, and they have a little show coming up here at Shelterbelt, a suite for small spaces.
Part three.
Yes, because you've done the first two parts.
Yes, it started last year. I turned 60 last year. And I kept saying, okay, there are things I want to do. And I'm like, if I don't do them now, then when? And there's a whole body of work that's been living inside my head that needs to be put on dancers. And so I was at one of my shows, and during intermission, I ran into Dana Schweiger. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, I'm turning 60 soon. And she goes, we need to talk. And so the next thing that happened is we had coffee, and she's like, can I take you to the theater? And so we ran over to Shelterbelt. She goes, could this be a performance space? I'm like, yes.
No.
And so I started collecting, assembling my dance company. Ever After Productions is sort of a sister company to Adair Dance Academy. Adair Dance Academy is a student program from ages very, very young up through adult for training in ballet, modern musical theater, contemporary tap, pedagogy, repertory, and choreography.
Fantastic.
Ever After Productions is our performance wing. And that is open to everybody. We have two major productions that we do every year now, and one is Nutcracker Delights, and that is this is going to be our 20th anniversary season, which I'm very excited about, and that usually involves about a dozen studios and people from around the theater community. We have actors, we have singers, we have swordsmen, and we have lots and lots of dancers. And it's kind of a unique take on Nutcracker because it tells the story behind the story. And I've been doing that for many, many years. And along with that, I'm a freelance choreographer, so I'm always choreographing a show. I'm adjunct professor at UNO, and I'm doing a lot of their productions. And there's this body of work that is living inside of me, and I haven't been able to get to it. And so as another project with Ever After Productions is this concert series. And concert dance is very different from recitals or competition dance.
Yeah,
or
what is concert dance? I'm not familiar with that
concert
term.
dance. It's a very artistic style of dance, and you have to come to my concert to see for sure. But the pieces I'm doing, it's a mixed rep concert, and I'm doing 7 or 8 new pieces.
Okay.
And they are designed specifically for these dancers in mind. Some of them tell a story, some of them set a mood. They're set on accomplished dancers, are not students.
Okay.
It's a very different world. And I used to do this for many, many years, and I had several other companies way, way long ago, and it kind of got pushed out of the way the more, the Academy grew, and then all these other projects. So
that's great.
What's your youngest class of kids right now? Age wise?
We have a parent and taught class for 18 months to 3 years. So they are babies, and they work on balance, coordination, and a parent or caregiver. Sometimes I get the grandparents in here, and it's great. Neat. Sometimes we get the nanny. Sometimes we get the aunt. We get the big
sister. Yeah.
Yes, and we help them develop skills and coordination and gross motor skills, and so that's really cool. But we train from very, very young up clear through adult, and we have had a number of dancers many dancers go into college conservatories. companies all over. So we've been trading. This is my 40th year of teaching.
Is it really? Is this 40
Yeah,
years for
this
you?
is 40th
You've
for
been
me.
teaching since you were 20.
I was going to say, you've been teaching since
Wow.
before you got
Yes.
out of college.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started. I went to Creighton, and I'm so grateful for this because I didn't want to teach. I kept saying, I don't want to be teaching something I should be doing myself, which I
Oh,
think
yes,
is a
of
line
course.
from Chorus Line.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And my ballet professor, Valerie Roche, who is just amazing, she goes, nope, you're going to take this class and you're going to like it and you're going to do it. And I'm just like, and I took so many methods, teaching classes and put kids in exams. And I'm so grateful because I love teaching. I love seeing people progress and be able to use this. We live in these amazing bodies that have hinges and swivels and springs, and being able to show them all the possibilities, well, there's more possibilities than I could ever show them, but expand their horizons into, there's so much that you can do. And I'm so pleased and proud to be part of their journey. And kids have gone way beyond anything I ever thought I could do myself. So
That's wonderful. How satisfying is that? It's going to be incredibly satisfying.
it really
to see
is.
all these kids.
I feel very blessed, very fortunate that I have this amazing life and that I make a living as an artist in Omaha, Nebraska. Like when all my friends were waiting tables and going, you got to go here, and they great tips, and this, I was terrified.
Yeah.
And I would rather have my gums drilled than go and ask somebody what they would want to drink or eat. I'm I'm so fortunate that I have so much work I can't do it all.
It's wonderful.
So
That's wonderful. Well, and so you are finally getting to part three.
Part three.
The long-awaited
yes.
part three.
Yes, because the Sweet for Small Spaces started last summer. Dana Schweiger connected me with Shelterbelt, which does a piece called, I think it's called, is it Branching Out?
Yes, Branch Out series. It's part of their Branch Out series, Shelterbelt Alternative Programming.
Yes, and so that was the first part. And then late last summer, I got into the Fringe Festival.
Oh, yes.
And so I'm like, there's more work to be in it. And I have
Yeah.
this beautiful company of dancers. We had about 12 dancers. Some of them were choreographers and teachers themselves. Some of them are alums of our studio. And I said, do you want to do another concert? And so we put together part two. And that was part of the Fringe Festival. And it was such a great experience. And so now this year I'm doing Shelterbelt, which is coming up in just a couple of weeks here.
It's July 2nd and 3rd, right?
Yes.
Leading into the big old July 4th weekend coming up.
Yes. So
And then you did get into Fringe, but were you an alternate?
I
That's the
was
word I'm looking for.
like 9th or 10th on the waiting list, and they called me a couple weeks ago, and they're like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Cool.
Yeah.
Good.
So I'm going to do another body of work after this one that will go into the Fringe Festival. I'll probably carry a couple pieces from this concert, which is what I did last time, just to give them a taste of what I did in the earlier concert and carry that thread into the new work.
Okay, sure.
So
Yeah.
I think we'll probably do another 6 or 8 pieces.
Okay.
And a couple of them will be from this concert. So
And now, Sweet for Small Spaces. Do you have a? Is that in and itself the theme, or do you have a separate sort of mini theme? The third one is more sort of this way, or
it's all mixed rep. So when a piece of music stirs my soul, or I have an idea, or I have such a crazy schedule that my husband will scoop me up and take me away for a little getaway, and he'll be like, I want you to relax and not think of anything. Well, when I'm not thinking of anything, I'm thinking of things.
Of course.
And of course, he's just like, so all that time we just spent on the beach in San Diego last summer, you were cooking stuff. I'm like,
Of course.
but you see things, and especially when you're out of your own environment, it's new sights and sounds and things. And so, so there's a number of pieces, but it's all under the umbrella of Sweet for Small Spaces, because traditionally dance is viewed from 40 feet away on a
That's
proscenium
true.
stage.
Yeah, big old stage.
And you are back, which I love. I love.
Sure.
And I wasn't, I love the intimacy of this, and I wasn't, some of my dancers are like, we're really close to the audience. And
Yeah, that's the thing. This is Shelterbelt. So if you don't know the Shelterbelt space, it's a smaller space.
It's a smaller space.
And the audience is right up on the performance area.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, in the Fringe Festival, I was not in the black box, but I was in 006, which is actually the
yes.
studio space where I also teach.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
So it's just like I was very familiar with the space, and I'm like, okay, and they're going to put 60 people in here on top of where we're performing.
Yeah.
And so it was extra intimate. But the feedback I kept getting was like it was so interesting being so close to the dancers, because you could see, you know, when they breathe and where their eyes are focused, and what you could see the shift of their bodies, you know, in the most subtle, intimate ways. And
it's true. With having the closer, you can be more. You could do more subtle. Movements, and everybody's going to get it.
It's very yes.
You don't have to worry about grandma on 100 feet back going. What
right.
You
don't have to project clear to the
Yeah.
what my husband calls the cheap seats. You
That's
know.
right.
So everybody is very, very close, and I mean, I do so many productions, and even with like our spring student performances, I'm in the wings getting kids on and off, and it's so nice to be, just feet from someone who's making art.
Yes.
Who's creating movement, and the interesting thing about dance too, well, any of the performing arts, it only exists in the present.
Yes.
And you have to breathe it in while it's there, because it evaporates.
Once it's done, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
I know. Yes, I know. I'm very aware. I miss a lot of stuff. So many things my friends do. I'm like, well, missed that one. All right. But so now, this is the part 3. Are we? I'm assuming it'll do well, but because it'll be great. But is this it? Is
Part
there a
4?
part 4?
Well, part 4 will be at the Fringe Festival.
Oh, okay. So that is a definite plan then.
And part 5, if Shelterbelt asks me back again. Last year it was really interesting, because I'm like, okay, I'm turning 60. I'm going to do this concert. Yeah. It'll be beautiful, and I'm doing it solely for myself, right? Mm-hmm. And so I assembled this beautiful company, and they're just amazing, not just wonderful dancers, but amazing human beings. And, I'm like, okay, 12 people have bought tickets. Okay, well, we'll have 3 people in each house, and it'll be fine, And it's the week of the show, and we've sold, a handful of tickets. I'm like, okay, it'll be okay. Yeah. And so then the day of the show, they're like, oh, we've sold 44 tickets. I'm like, okay, well, that's good. We get there that day, they've sold out, and they've turned away many, many people.
Oh, man.
People that I said, oh, you can get tickets at the door, it'll be okay. Yeah. And they all got turned away. And I was just like beside myself, because all our shows were completely like, we were cramming people in probably more than we should have.
Okay.
And so now this year I'm saying, get your tickets early. Please, please, please get your tickets early. Anybody that I know is just like, please do not get your tickets at the door, because they could be gone.
May not be at the door. Yeah.
So and then the Fringe Festival was very well attended too. I was very, very pleased. So
good.
So it's a beautiful thing. So I anticipate the same. I don't know. Okay. I have no crystal ball.
Well, of course, yeah.
But I anticipate it'll be a similar thing. People were really receptive and responsive, and So we'll see what happens. But even if we're only going to dance for 12 people, I'm happy to dance for 12 people.
It's all the same.
So tell us a little bit about your background, because you started out.
Oh my goodness! I started out as a kid. My older sister danced, and I begged my mother to let me dance when I was like 3. And she's like, "You have to wait till you're 7 or 8." I'm like, to a 3-year-old, that's another lifetime away. So
that's a lifetime. Yeah.
She finally enrolled me in lessons at a studio here. And Kathy Wielden was my very, very first teacher. Everyone knows Kathy. And I'm so grateful for the experience I got under her tutelage. And then I went to Creighton and got a dance degree. And I'm so grateful for the experience I got there. I got such a good education. I mean, the technique, the teaching, the composition. I mean, it was really, really exceptional. And I'm so grateful for when I was there. And then I was going to go on and get a master's degree to be a dance therapist. And I auditioned for some stuff and got in. I'm like, well, I'll dance for a while.
Yeah.
Well, here we are.
And then
Decades later. So I guess I'm supposed to go back and get my master's degree later.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. I think you did all right without it.
I have no complaints.
And when did you open your company?
Let's see. Ever After Productions, it was 2007.
Okay, so you've been going almost 20 years with that.
So this December will be our 20th Nutcracker Delights.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, and then my school opened in 1993, but I had been teaching freelance for a million different studios prior to that.
33 years.
This is going into our 34th this fall, which I can't believe.
Yeah.
So
you've been teaching dance for a whole Jesus.
So
33 years.
Yes. Well, if you
Quite a
include
lot.
if you include the years that I taught before I opened my own school, it's a total of 40.
Wow.
So and I love teaching. I mean, I love working with people and getting them to discover all the things that their bodies can do, and it's I have one of the best jobs, and like my sister went into medicine, and I went into the arts, and like, how was your day? Oh, there was a 4-car pileup in the emergency room, and all these people. I'm like, really? I had to just tell somebody that their pirouettes needed to be better. So I'm glad we have all those people who take care of people in
Yes.
very, very emergency type situations. But I'm grateful that the only emergency I have is getting people where they need to be on stage.
Yes.
In a timely fashion.
Yes, making sure they hit their cues.
Yes.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
And
Well,
where did you get the idea to do Fringe Festival then?
I had seen a couple Fringe Festival events in Kansas City. Some of my dancers had been involved with those.
Yeah.
And then there was a student, a grad student from UNO who started our Fringe Festival. I think this is our 7th season. And that was her forgive me because I don't know all the details of it, but from my understanding is that it was her master's thesis project to do this festival.
I believe that's correct.
And she's long gone and has gone on to other things, but that's her legacy, and it's kept on. And I'm like, what a cool thing. And so a couple of years ago, I went to see some of the pieces in our Fringe Festival, and of course, I was attracted to all the dance stuff that was happening.
Sure.
Now this year, there's not as much dance. I think there's me, and there's one other group.
I'm going to say that the belly dancers usually
I think.
apply, but I didn't know whether they got in or not.
I think they got in. Isn't
Okay.
that Della?
Yes.
Yes, because I was at the drawing that day.
Okay. Yeah.
And sadly, Vokes is not doing something this year, and I was so sad to hear that because they are such a lovely company, and of course last year we were scheduled at the same time, so it was
Yeah.
hard to see each other's stuff.
Things, yeah.
But but I don't think they will be involved this year. So they were next in line on the alternate list after me. So I'm like, oh, come on, you guys, come do something, come play with us.
Yeah.
But I totally understand, because it's a big undertaking to
It is.
create that work. Because when you're choreographing, you're not only, you're creating stuff from ground zero.
Yeah, it's not like you just go get a script.
Right,
It's
exactly.
Like, let's go get no.
There's no script to it. You're creating the script, and then you're setting it, and then you're staging it, and it's the rule of thumb that someone once told me was, for every minute of choreography, there's 6 to 8 hours of rehearsal behind it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that depends on your caliber of dancers and the style and things like that.
Yeah.
So it can
8
go,
hours for me. 8 hours for every 30 seconds.
So it just really depends. So I mean, our dancers, and they're so beautiful. They just work very, very hard, and we created a new lift that I've never seen anybody do. It's just like, oh, look, can we try this thing? And they're like, sure, Julian, whatever, and they are willing to, risk life and limb, if you will, to do something that we're always very safe, but
Sure.
but there's risk involved,
Well,
so.
when you're picking people up, yeah.
Yeah, we have some beautiful dancers, and some that I swear could dead press a mule. They're stronger. I feel
I'll tell
very
you, man.
secure when I'm working with them. I'm like, okay, well, I want to do this, and the lift goes like, can I demonstrate? And they can throw me around with ease. So
Yeah, I think I told you this once before, but I had a dance teacher in college, and she had just gotten done seeing Die Hard, and it was the fight scene with Alexander Gutinoff, the ballet
Yes,
dancer,
I
and Bruce
love-
Willis.
yes.
And the first time he kicked Bruce Willis,
Yeah.
and Bruce Willis didn't die, she's like, "Oh, stop!" And she's like, "You cannot get kicked by a ballet dancer. You can't." She goes, "You will die." And he goes, "Alexander Gutinoff, I've seen that guy jump. He's dead if he kicks Bruce Willis." I was like, I never thought about that. She's
Yes.
like, "You have no idea." And then I took her class, and I'm like, I understand now. She's like, "Good, you get a D, but you did a good job."
I love it.
That's because I tried. That's how bad I am. But I try really hard.
we can fix that. We have the technology. Just
But
sign
I
for one
have
of my
such
classes.
an appreciation for it because I did get to do it, and she was a Juilliard graduate, so she put us through it, and and she liked doing lots of Martha Graham, especially with the guys.
I was
And
Graham trained too.
and it was fun. It was hard. It was a lot of fun, and I did things I thought I could never do. By the end of
Isn't
the
it
class,
amazing?
I was like bending myself in half, essentially, and touching my toes, and I was like, I couldn't even do that when I was 5. It's like, that's incredible. So I have such an appreciation for it. It's so beautiful. She kind of gave that to me because I always thought, dance with him. She's like, nah. She goes, "You got to watch this." And she would drag me to stuff. She goes, "Here, watch this. Watch this guy. Watch this lady." And I'm like, okay.
It's
I
real-
get it.
It's really interesting. When I think it was the Jessica Lange Dance Company was through, and I was interviewing them after doing a talk back, and I was visiting with some of the dancers in the company, and a couple of the guys had been, athletes in other fields, and I said, "How does that compare?" And they're like, "Running and catching a ball versus running and catching a person and making it look good and land it and no timeout and like
smooth,
and making it look effortless, like way harder." Not I have great respect for any athletic
Oh, no,
endeavor.
absolutely.
The interesting thing is like in sports, you can take a timeout, or you take
Well,
the
sports, it's all a burst of energy and then you stop.
Yes.
And there's a burst of energy and then you stop.
Yeah.
Rarely a basketball, soccer, slightly different, but still all the timeouts. Always timeouts.
Yes,
Always
well-
hurry up and wait.
right.
know?
Well, and you can grunt and sweat and swear, and it's okay.
Yes.
And
you
while
don't
you're
have to look
performing-
graceful.
you don't
as
have
long
to
as you
look
score
good.
points, that's fine.
Yes, exactly. So I talk to my dancers a lot about, you have to be athletic, you have to be flexible, strong, agile, all the things that you are as an athlete. But then in addition, you also have to have great musicianship. You have to understand music, and you have to be at the right spot and do the right gesture at the right count. And then on top of it, you have to be a great actor, because you have to act like things, when you're balancing on one foot and have your leg up in the air and moving about, and you have to make it look easy. And then if something goes wrong, you have to act like that's what you meant to do.
That's right, meant to do that.
And
yeah.
so things have to go on, and so having those 3 elements as a dancer all at once is something that makes it very different from other activities.
The acting performance part of it surprised me the most. There was more. There's more to it than you think, if you've never done a lot of it. And when we started to get into stuff, and she started pushing us, and she's like, "No, you can do this, and you can do more." And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." And it's the more you can do as much as you want, just keep pushing it. And I found that fascinating, and it's different. It's way different than just regular acting. It's kind of stylized in a way because you're. You know what I mean?
It is. It is.
It was fun. I found it fun. I just not very good at it.
Yet, the power of yet.
That's it, the power of yet.
We'll get you in one of my adult
You're
classes.
I need to bottle some of your positivity here.
So what kind of music are you choosing for this particular performance?
Interesting that you should ask me that. I'm very much drawn to pieces that really stir the soul, and a lot of the pieces are violin and cello. A lot of more classical. I think if you would look at my style of dance, probably not that all the lines are blurred nowadays, right? So there's things that overlap that, they used to say you either dance in the ballet kingdom or the modern kingdom, and never the twain shall meet.
Okay,
and now
sure.
they have merged and overlapped, and ballet companies not only do story ballets, they do contemporary ballets, they do all sorts of different pieces, and they have to be so well versed. And I think my work would probably be loosely classified as kind of neoclassical. So it has a lot of ballet nuances to it, but there's a lot of modern in me too, which it's traditional modern, not modern as in contemporary or jazz dance or anything like that. So traditional, like I was Graham trained way back in the day.
Sure.
And matter of fact, we're using a piece. There's a famous letter that Martha Graham wrote to Agnes DeMille, and that's part of one of the pieces.
Oh, neat.
And we kind of have some. I don't want to give it away. We have some unusual. Oh, how do I say this? I can't do this without giving it away. We have a piece that we have two pieces that have spoken word with them, which is something that's
neat.
not typical.
Sure.
And involves the Martha Graham letter in one, and as a performance piece that is very different.
Cool.
So yeah, it's very cool. And we're also working with the spoken word artist Alan Stevenson, who wrote and performed a piece called Vertigo. And we have 4 dancers that perform with him and move around him and do a bunch of stuff and kind of elaborate and accentuate some of the phrases that he's using in this piece called Vertigo.
Themes around vertigo.
Yes, so that was a really cool piece to create. Cool. So, and then that piece actually was initiated in the OEAA Awards ceremony.
Okay.
So if anybody was at the OEAA Awards, Omaha Entertainment Arts Awards, that was one of the pieces that was represented, and we've changed it and tweaked it and done a few things to it. So it's different. Anytime you go revisit a piece, I know one of the pieces I did earlier was one that I had done years ago, and I really loved this piece, and I wanted to restage it, but it takes on a new life every time you put it on a new cast or stage it in a different space, and it's not the same. But
That's cool.
But it kind of evolves and takes on its own life of itself.
Mm-hmm. So I envision that you probably either dream in dance or you find a way to relax, to daydream about how you want these routines to look.
Yes, let's see. I don't do a very good job of relaxing. Ask my husband. So he's really great about after I've had like this past year, I usually do in a standard season, I will do between 4 and 6 productions, and the last 2 years have been 8 to 10.
Oh, wow.
And so, like this spring, I worked with the opera, which I loved. I did Susanna with them, and then I worked with Tony Schick on Legally Blonde, which is a production that he did with his school, and then I also did Oklahoma.
Yeah, see that just wrapped
That
up.
that just wrapped. What a beautiful production. Mm-hmm. The cast was amazing, and they would do anything I asked. Strong voices, strong actors. And then I had, of course, my spring production of my student production, and now I have Suite for Small Spaces at Shelterbelt, and then the Fringe Festival, and then I'm doing She Loves Me at UNO, and then there's something else in there, and then Nutcracker.
And there's something else.
So there's something there. I can't remember if that, I know there's something else I can't. I have to look at a calendar.
Well, it's written down somewhere. You write it down so you don't have to remember it.
I really am good about anything that happens. It has to go in a calendar with a reminder.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep my bandwidth free.
Yes.
For doing creative things and not remembering I have to be there
Trying
or
to remember
direct.
stuff.
So yeah.
I got
you have a website?
We actually have two websites.
Yes.
We have one for Adair Dance Academy, adairdance.com.
AdairDance.com.
And that's for lessons and anything that has to do with training. And then we have one, it's everafterproductionsinc.com, and that covers all our productions with Nutcracker Delights, Sweet for Small Spaces, anything else we do. I shouldn't say this out loud, but I'm going to say it out loud, because if I say it out loud, then it becomes.
Then you have to. It has to happen.
Yes, I've written another ballet that I'm excited about getting on Bodies. So I don't know when I can shove it in the calendar. But it's and it's kind of a similar format to our Nutcracker Delights, in that it's part theater and it's part ballet.
Nice, like a full length.
So full evening.
Oh wow.
So
cool.
So yeah.
Where would you do something like that?
Ooh.
If you could choose,
If I could choose.
Sure.
Oh,
I
gosh.
mean, probably need a bigger space than a Shelterbelt.
Yes. Although Shelterbelt keeps saying, "Oh, we want you to do a." What's it called? Forbidden Broadway, a forbidden nutcracker, an after-hours nutcracker.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, I'll have to keep that in mind another day, but not
Sure.
today.
Okay.
So they've mentioned that on more than one occasion. So we traditionally have been the last few years at the Anderson Performing Arts Center, which is a beautiful space. But there's so many beautiful spaces here. So again, I like to have it a little bit intimate. And, our original Nutcrackers all started at Bellevue Little Theater.
Oh, that's right.
And we were there for, 12, 14 years, I want to say. And always sold out, and, intimate space, talk about intimate space. The dressing rooms are like this big, like size of a
closet.
Yes. And we would, huge casts we would have. Oh, God. So I'm just like, okay, we can put these people over here and cram these in here, and it was just so maybe it would start at Bellevue again if there was an open spot.
Be fun.
There's a number of theaters that would be really, really great to create that in. So.
Well, that will come. We know that'll come. That'll happen. Yeah, you have to come talk to us about it when it happens. We'll
Absolutely.
have to talk all about it. Oh, yes, full-length ballet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Julian, thank you so much for inviting us to the studio. It's the first time we ever came to the studio.
Thank you for coming to visit me.
Yes. Very
we saw
nice.
some dancers downstairs.
That's
They were
right.
Beautiful.
Dancing away.
Yep.
And it's nice and quiet in here, which is good.
Yes. Fridays are usually pretty.
Pretty quiet. Yeah.
Yes. And summer is a little more.
Better, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, true. Yeah, everybody's doing different stuff during the summer. Fair enough. Well,
Aw.
it's coming up July 2nd and July 3rd. It's just a few more weeks. Ever After Productions presents A Suite for Small Spaces, Part 3.
Part 3.
Yep.
By our friend Julian Adair. Of course, that's at the Shelterbelt Theater. You get tickets shelterbelt.org.
Yep.
As always, it's
And
part
don't
of their
forget
Branch
Fringe.
Out series.
And don't forget Fringe in August.
Yes, Fringe Festival is the 6th through the 9th.
Is it yes, right. First week in August?
Yes.
Yes, 6th through the 9th.
Yes,
That's
and
great.
we're performing, I think, 7th, 8th, and 9th in the Weber Building.
And you're in the Weber Building? Okay. Excellent. So that's on the UNO campus of the Weber Building.
Yes.
Very
yes.
good. That'll be awesome. Good. Break your leg, my friend.
Thank you.
Stop that.
Actually, in the theater we say break a leg, but dancers say merde.
Merde?
Merde, yes.
As in the French word?
Yes.
That's what that means. Very good.
I love it.
There's a story behind that, but
Very good. Merde.
merde, yes.
Clint would find that very amusing. He's a fluent speaker. All right, very good. Thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank
inviting
you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
all you do for the arts.
Oh my
community.
gosh.
It's
Yeah.
truly my pleasure. I
You're
feel
like one of those people that
Get to make a
makes
difference.
Omaha theater work.
Yes.
I try.
There are a handful of folks I'm just like, we always see them. They're always everywhere.
Yep.
Joe's one of
Joe.
them. Joe does sound for
Yep.
like half of Omaha.
Yes.
If something happens to Joe, poor Joe,
No.
we're host. And same with you, man. There's no dancing. If something happens, there's like no dancing.
One of the things I'm trying to do in my academy is train the next generation,
Oh,
and
and you're doing it.
including
So
a
wonderful.
composition class. So we are training dancers the art of choreography, the art of leadership, the art of of critical thinking skills and criticism. Yes, we've developed we have the pillars of criticism, and it's really amazing to see these young people create work and like understand. And they always, for such young people, they always pick pieces and develop work that is so meaningful. It's not. It's not a typical like I'm a teenager and whatever teenagers are listening to these days thing. So I'm hoping that I'm planting some seeds, and then as they grow.
Wonderful.
That one day,
That's what
I'll never retire, but I can get some help.
Yeah, exactly. Get an assistant, baby.
There's that. Yeah.
But it's neat. I mean, you've really made a difference in a lot of people's lives, and you probably will never know to what extent, So that's exciting.
Exactly. We need folks like you, man.
Yeah.
We got to pass it on.
Well, it's my pleasure.
I mean, the folks that know got to pass it on. That's how this works.
Well, it's like I always say, we all stand on the shoulders of the teachers, the mentors, the coaches, the people who were experts in their field, and I have some broad shoulders to that I stand on, and I hope I'm providing broad shoulders for all the people who come in my path.
You are. I mean, we all stand on the shoulders of giants, and it's partly how we get to where we get to go. And it's the magic of part of what we do is we get to do that.
Yes.
If we're in the right sort of communities, right?
Yes.
We get to do that. We get to build upon.
Oh yeah.
And work with things and people that have come before, and you are one of those people.
I hope I'm a positive influence and a someone who can pass it along and
absolutely
and so that other people know that they can continue the journey far beyond what I ever dreamed of.
Yep, absolutely. And they'll think of things that we never even thought about. Thank you so much.
Yes.
The show is, of course, once again, A Suite for Small Spaces, Part 3, and that's going to be at Shelterbelt. Get tickets at shelterbelt.org. Yeah. Julian Adair, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for listening and supporting the arts in the Platte River area and beyond. Please subscribe to our podcast so you are sure to catch all of our future episodes and join us on social media. See you next time on the Platte River Bard.